All right, check the quality real quick, and
Yeah, looks fine to me.
I'm excited. I think with a scheduled live each week, I think we'll actually get like people watching live.
I hope so.
I hope so too. Something's
That'll be
got
nice.
something's got to.
It's more fun.
No, yeah, it is more fun.
More
I
people
find it
there.
enjoyable when people listen. Like I was telling my buddy the other
hmm
day, whenever they say that they're listening, it's like I actually enjoy that. It's like
hmm
sweet.
I'm gonna put some on Instagram.
Yeah, I just put it on my Snapchat story. Who cares that a freaking voter of the MVP said that he's not voting for Aaron Rodgers? Like, who
I
gives a
saw
shit?
that. He's a jerk.
Yeah. Also, what's nice if we start doing like when we start doing lives on at a set time, we can start them early and like I don't know, it'd be like come for like an exclusive early, like talk with the guys for a little bit. Shoot your stuff, talk with the guys.
Exclusive earlies.
I think it'd be funny.
That would be funny.
I can't believe. Oh, we have to discuss Antonio Brown as well.
Yeah, we do. I sent you the farting video, right?
Oh yeah, when he farts. I said it's a great video. I remember when that came out. That was so funny.
I forgot about it. And I
No,
saw
I
it, I was
forgot
like,
about it too.
oh my gosh.
All right, let's get started.
That might be the best video ever.
Before we get talking into some podcast details, let's get started. All
Okay.
right, we'll be live in 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys podcast. I'm your host Brady Fitzgerald, joined as always by my co-host Chris Hagan.
How you guys doing?
It's a new year, same guys. We're back, Chris. We're excited for 2022.
In a minute.
It's been a second.
In a minute.
We gave the week off for
Hmm.
us in between Christmas and
I think we've been burnt out a little bit from all the podcasting and the hard work
we
we've
just
been
need a
doing.
second,
So
yeah. We just need a second. So we're glad everyone understands. I took a trip to Boston, saw the Celtics shoot 4 for 42. Actually watched them shoot 4 for 42 on
tough.
3-pointers. I looked at my dad halfway through the game and I went, "We're 4 for 32 right now. I don't know how that's possible." And then we ended the game 4 for 43.
Worse.
So that was pretty a good experience, but awful, horrendous game.
Assuming they didn't win.
No, they only lost by 9 though. Like that was the
Okay.
weirdest part. I was like, how'd they only lose by 9? You're telling me they
So
hit
if you shot
if you
7
hit
for 42.
8 for
Shut
42, we
overtime.
win the game.
Right, then it's over.
Doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is. That I don't even want to talk about Celtics right now. They don't make any damn sense to me, and I don't know what to do. We'll talk about them if we ever get to the NBA later. But we have NFL to talk about. 2 weeks to be exact to talk about. And Chris, we'll just talk because it's the earliest news of the day. We'll talk about your Washington question marks. Let's see what's coming.
I mean, we have a date. We've set a date.
A
finally.
date's officially there.
But I don't know. I don't buy into any of the conspiracies or anything. Like we were talking about before with the what name? Admirals?
They're admirals
Is that
what it is. What
With
it was.
the-
What got directed to your website.
I really hope that they didn't screw that up and the name.
The
Is
game
that
that got
like
leaked
that?
already.
The game is Admirals, and that's the way that people found out. Like, are we serious? What are we
To be
doing?
honest, I think that's a terrible name, anyways. Admirals.
Wait, what'd you say? Siri just
I said it sounds like a terrible name, anyways.
Admirals. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world.
No, but you could.
That's how all of the names are. Really, they're all just kind of bland. That's why I'm not excited. Like I saw the date and I was don't want to be disappointed, and I'm going to be because there's nothing that they can do to make me not disappointed.
Well, yeah.
I'm just kind of sitting here waiting, and then on that day, like, great. I just hope the jerseys are cool.
The coach, whoever the PR guy, he was, oh, it looks clean. And then he said something that you're gonna like, because I know how you like your uniforms, but he was like, it's just the numbers and the pads. It's like, all right, cool. So basically you're telling me it's nothing. You have a nothing uniform.
I know it's the same color scheme. The burgundy looked darker.
Yeah, and the gold probably looks a little bit
like
brighter.
More gold.
Yeah, it's probably just a little brighter, and they're gonna be like, oh,
right.
It's literally gonna look exactly the same. Besides whatever logo's gonna be on the helmet.
There's no issue.
No,
I don't think there's an issue to begin with. I mean, they could have used the retool anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. As long as you guys keep doing those throwbacks with the brown helmets and tan pants, those are cool. You can't throw those away.
Yeah, they probably will though.
That's true. That's
Get rid of everything.
I was looking at on Instagram a couple minutes before we started the podcast, and I saw a post. It was like, "What do you want the Washington football team's name to be?" And then the top comment had to be, "Oh, I want the Washington Redskins." It's like, all right, buddy, give it a break. Like, just relax.
Can you imagine how funny that would be though if on February 2nd they
like we're back
goes on the Today Show?
We're back.
Like, what new name is? And he unveils like a big poster, and it's
just literally the same logo.
Like, we will be the Washington Redskins.
Then what do they double down? He comes up and he's just like going, he's like doing a tomahawk shot.
He rides out on a horse.
Yeah, we're also implementing the tomahawk shot. We're also. He just double. That seems like something Dan would
coming out with war paint on.
That'd be so funny.
Oh my gosh. That would be such a Dan thing to do. Although he'd have to actually go on TV and do an interview, which he hasn't done in 11 years, 12 years. So, maybe his wife will do it. She'll come out with the war paint on.
Yeah, the whole headdress and everything. Okay, you said officially yesterday that it is mock draft season, because it officially is for the Washington football team.
It's mock draft season.
Who are you looking at in the first round? Is it? Do you go
just
with quarterback?
Get me a quarterback.
You just go with quarterback.
Get me a quarterback. They have to, and they'll probably have to trade up, but that's fine at this point. Like, you got to take a chance on someone. And Heineke has been so, like, the last couple of weeks with him have been such a mess. It's been the last 3 games that he's had has been like the whole season in a short, or I guess his whole career with them. Because you got to include the Bucs game.
Of course,
but
it literally means everything.
Well, if it doesn't happen, then we're not even talking about him right now. So
That's true.
But he looked good against the Eagles for a half.
Sounds about right.
Literally could not score. They didn't score a point. And he threw an interception in the end zone with the game. And then
I saw that last pass. It turned to red zone. They're like, all right, this is the Washington football team's last chance. And I was like, oh, here comes an overthrow right in the end zone. And here it was.
My mom and I both were just like, yep, we were waiting for it.
Yeah.
It always happens. Like, when he looks good, it's like, all right, there's going to be a throw that you just can't explain.
Here it comes.
And there was one earlier that the Eagles got flagged on, where he was like about to get sacked, so he just turned his head and chucked it up to nobody. And it went right into the linebacker. There's like no one within 20 feet of the defender, and he picked it off easily. Yeah, it was a mess, and they need help.
So you don't have any preference right now on which one you want? Pickett?
I don't know.
Corral?
I really don't.
Are you worried a little bit that people are saying like this is like the worst quarterback draft they've seen in a while and shit like that?
They don't know what they're talking about. They never do. So it's
that is true. That's the one thing. Well, to be honest, like you should like this has to be a year. You gotta like you draft in the first round and then you just say screw it, draft in like the 4th round another quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Like you gotta
do what we did with RG3 and Cousins.
Exactly.
Draft 2 rookies in 1 year.
It honestly like
time, I guess.
And you look at like the percentage rates, it works out a couple times. Like it works out a good amount of the time where you just draft a mid-round guy and they turn out all right.
Yeah.
Speaking of first-round picks that are at quarterback, another 50 burger for Mac. Just gotta say,
Impressive.
no one has said a word. No one said a word that's how I like it. I gotta admit,
Yeah.
when they peaked too early, so now they went on their slump again, and now they're starting to peak again with the 50 burger. They have to destroy the Dolphins this week, the Patriots.
Yeah. I mean, it was you
Max out
put up
like
50 against a high school team.
Well, yeah, that's true. But
No
the Bills also lost to that high school team. So
That's true.
if we're taking points out,
Yeah, they'll beat the Dolphins. They've already lost to them once this year.
yeah, they have to. It's a must.
Impossible.
It's a must. And
Gonna
they're
get
they're already eliminated from some playoff contention.
Yes, they
they're
are.
done anyways. What I am concerned about this week 18, because this season just feel like is it me, or does it feel like this season's just been so long? I feel like it never ends.
Well, it's not even. I feel like we've just had so many weeks where there's like not that many interesting games,
And now
and that's what's making it feel so long.
And next week is literally, there's going to be so many pointless games. I feel bad for these players. These players are going to have to play for absolutely no reason. They're like, last week it meant nothing. What are we going to do this week? So, I don't know.
Or if you're in Jacksonville, it's been like 8 weeks.
It's been like 2
literally
years.
Just playing for nothing.
It's been 2 years of absolutely playing for nothing. All right, where do we want to start with? I guess we will start with our wise pick from last week. Mine, I started the New Year's rough. I gotta say though, I sacrificed my wise picks to be a 2-time fantasy football champion.
There you go. Congratulations.
4 years, 2 chips.
5 years.
5 years, 2 chips. Still impressive. Some say a dynasty's
coming.
coming.
It's great. I'm really happy for you.
Some say a dynasty's coming. You know.
Really?
Yeah. Some say. So yeah.
I mean, it's just like, I don't want to rain on your parade or anything, but it does show that like how
wise we are.
He is, because you had the first year you won, you got Gurley.
Yes.
Like the 4th round, and he was the best fantasy player in the last 10 years. And then this year, I don't know where you got Cup.
Oh, I got him late.
You had him.
I got him late.
Breaking Jerry Rice records.
Without Cooper Kupp and Todd Gurley on my team, I am second to last place and 9th in the league. And then I think like 6th. So without the record-breaking performances. But that's what fantasy's about.
The year I made the championship, I had Michael Thomas the year where he caught 300 slant passes. I was getting 30 points a game. And I had Aaron Jones, who I got in like the 4th round, and he was like an RB3. So yeah, I mean,
I beat Jamar Chase in the finals.
There you go.
That is something that's not something to poo-poo. He dropped 55 points on my head. When that was happening, that was absolutely ridiculous. And we'll start with your best pick of the day, which was
the
Bengals.
Year. Oh,
I was gonna say, well, yeah, the year, yeah, best pick of the year.
No, my pick of the year was the Steelers against the Ravens that 1 week.
Yes, that is true. The Bengals. I mean, I also thought I liked the Bengals in this one as well. To be completely frank with you, but I mean,
Chiefs needed that, I think.
Oh, I think they did too, and they blew it. They scored 3 points in the second half. They blew that game.
And then at the end, the Bengals were like trying to give them another chance.
Oh, they wanted. I don't know.
For it.
I was losing my mind. I was like, "What?"
That was the most ridiculous last 4 plays to a game I've seen in a long time.
No, the Chiefs could have still won this if they didn't. They literally had 1 play to not let up a defensive penalty. That's all they need to do. Just don't let up a defensive penalty, and they couldn't do it. They kept extending the drive.
But at the same time, like, Zach Taylor got bailed out by that. They had 3 chances at the 1 to score. QB sneaked it twice, ran it once, didn't get in somehow.
Not a single time.
So they decided to go for it instead of this is a tie game, by the way, if you didn't see it. The game's tied with like 40 seconds left, and they decided to go for it instead of just kick the field goal. And I get it, like, it's Mahomes, and they're probably going to kick the field goal.
But at that point, the end of the game, there was already.
Worth the risk?
Well, before that happened, there was like 40 seconds left. It's like, all right, you really think, like, your defense held them to 3 points in the second half. You really think Mahomes is gonna drive down all of a sudden 40 yards? Just like you already know they already covered Tyreek the whole time. Just let him throw to Kelsey 2 yards out and have nothing happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, in worst case scenario, you're going to overtime at home.
Yeah, where your team's the one that's hot.
Right. Yeah. You've played a much better second half.
Also, enough with I guess Jamar Chase can see the ball. He's the one that said it. It wasn't the media that said it. Like we were not the ones that were like, maybe he can't see the football.
Yeah.
They were. He
like,
said
it himself. It's kind of weird with the stripes on it.
Yeah, like what? You can't say something and then turn around and be like, well, I mean, people are stupid for saying that. It's like he said it.
So like, we established this, I think, in week 2.
Yeah, we were like, okay, Jamar Chase is good.
Right at the start, we were like, okay, so that was all like hogwash. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And now it's like people are still trying to say that, like, we've all accepted that he's a really good player at this point.
Yeah, who's the one saying that?
Saying that he can't catch.
I don't get it, but I don't know. I think Joe Burrow is one of the funniest recent. He's who like the comparison. Normally, I hate these memes like, oh, the Browns. This is what Browns thought they were getting with Baker. It's like, yeah, actually, it is. It's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is.
Yeah, I saw that too.
They were like, yeah.
I will get to him, but
we'll get to him in the game of the week. All right, my
Burrow is awesome.
Yeah, Burrow's cool. He always says the right stuff too. Like you see after the game, he's like, you know that meme, F it. He's down there somewhere.
Yeah, right.
He chucks it out. It's like, yeah, that's funny. I don't know what I was thinking with the Dolphins. I was right. I bought in too late on the hot streak for my wise pick.
You picked the Dolphins?
Oh, maybe I bet the Dolphins. I don't remember my picks. Give me one
sec.
I just know I had a bad day gambling too.
Because I took the Titans and I was.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Avoided it on purpose.
You're right. I took the Bucs.
Which I would have won, by the way.
Yes, you were gonna take. To be fair, you were gonna take the Jets, but you didn't. So.
No, I didn't. I did say that. So just saying, that's a moral victory. That'll give me confidence going into the next Wise Bowl.
Okay, the Bucs. I just fell for it. I fell for the Bucs game. I was like Brady, Bucs, and to be fair, I was thinking Antonio Brown was gonna play that whole football game. What did we?
I don't even know. I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say either. That was happening.
I have no words.
I was like, because the Red Zone guy, I was watching Red Zone, and they were like, "Look what just happened in the Tampa game," and I was just like, "What? What?" And
it's like I feel bad for laughing because like I feel bad for him. He's clearly not well. But
but
then you watch it and it's like, how do you even react?
I don't know what you say. And the other thing is I don't know like no one's ever said like what happened. Apparently Bruce Arians told him to get in the game, and he said no and walked off. It's like what?
I mean, at that point in the game he had like 3 catches.
What is that line in with?
So I feel like
3 catches for 30 yards.
That's crazy to. Like, if he was complaining he wasn't getting the ball enough, like he had 3 catches in the third quarter. They were targeting him somewhat.
Apparently, he just didn't. But like he's asking to get it in the game. It's like you can't.
Right.
I don't understand.
I don't know either.
Did you see I like the alternative views, where it's like the fans filming him and Mike Evans is trying to calm him down, and he just chucks his. I love the chucked jersey and pad still on him. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Well,
I wish I was there. Like if I could pick a game to be at this year, that might have been the one.
Yeah,
sitting in that end zone as Antonio Brown runs
during the middle of a play.
Peace sign. Yeah, right. That was the other thing. The game was about to restart.
No, yeah,
there he goes.
That was crazy. So apparently, Bruce Arians just said, "Fine, you don't want to play? Get out," and that's what he did. I also like. What I love about this, normally I hate these like, oh, like this guy is clearly just doing it for attention and stuff. It's like, like when he was at the Nets game yesterday, it's now like it's a natural news. Where is Antonio Brown? Like, what's he doing? What's he gonna do next? Is he gonna go to a baseball game when the season starts? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. Well, I saw that, and I thought at first that it was like, you know how people will find people in the crowd that look like someone else, and I thought it was somebody joking, being like, "Oh, look, there's Antonio Brown. He's at the Nets game." I was like, "Oh,
No,
that's funny."
he was
And
there.
I like looked at it again, and I saw that it was from the broadcast, and they had put up a thing that said Antonio Brown. I was like, "Oh, so that's him."
So, did you hear the Bruce Arians after the game? He was like, "Oh, he's no longer a Buck." So they haven't actually cut him yet.
Right.
Through the thing, and apparently I saw a tweet. There's ongoing discussion on what they should do, and somebody retweeted Tom Brady from the top ring. He's coming to save him.
He loves him.
He loves the guy. I mean, what else you say when your wide receiver runs off the field with his shirt off and peace signs everyone and walks out? But he was like, after the game, he was like, he's clearly going through some stuff. Like,
right, yeah.
And he was like,
he had his back.
He put his neck out for the guy, and then they won a Super Bowl. Like, and the funny thing is, they need him. He's throwing to Tyler Johnson and something Grayson. I can't even pronounce his first name. 2 randos, and Mike Evans is just the quietest superstar that doesn't. I feel like he doesn't even exist. So
no, he doesn't.
No, like
and
Gronk, but Gronk's like 100 years old, and
right.
Brashad Perryman and Le'Veon Bell, like, they need Antonio Brown. They need him.
I didn't even think that those 2 guys were playing on the same team.
Le'Veon Bell and Antonio, yeah.
To me.
Yes.
Those 2 guys were in the same locker room again.
I was making a joke. I was like, Le'Veon probably said some sus shit, and like he just dipped out.
It's like they say that Ben Roethlisberger might come to Tampa after this year. He's like, all right, I'm out.
Did you see that cameo video? He made a cameo video. He was on Cameo first, taking requests in like a car, and he made a cameo
Uber
video.
That he took.
No, it wasn't the Uber. It wasn't the Uber guy. And the cameo, he comes out, and on the cameo, he's like, "Yo, like, I don't think Ben Roethlisberger's retiring. Like, he's a man of the field. Like, he won't step out of the arena," stuff like that. And it's like, what are you doing? like why? It doesn't make any sense. But I'm intrigued. He's caught. Remember when we said about the Paul brothers?
Yeah.
Like they just always win. Like, they get all this attention and they win. Like, Antonio, like, he's winning. He just
at what?
He left and then just dropped a song, and I'm sure it's probably his most popular song. And now everyone in the world is looking at Antonio Brown.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, I guess he lost because he's out of a job. But if Tom Brady fends for him back, that'll be the craziest thing about this whole thing.
And like, I could see it happening.
Oh, I could see it happening too,
based on the way that Brady talks about him.
So it's funny, like, you mentioned this. I think you texted me it. You're like, we'll never see this again. This never happened in the history of the NFL. This will never happen again. Just some guy leaving like that.
I mean, the closest thing to it was Vontae Davis.
Yeah, but at least he did it in the locker room at halftime.
Right.
He took his shirt off and started doing jumping jacks in the end zone. It's like, what are you doing?
He looked happy. At least.
Well, did you hear? I heard only a snippet.
Himself.
There was a part of my take had an interview with the Uber driver, and I didn't get to listen to all of it, but I listened to a snippet that they had on their Instagram, and the Uber driver's like, "Man, you'd think his wife just had a baby. Like, this is the happiest moment of his life." He's sitting in that Uber, like, we're in gremlin mode. Like, what?
Yeah. Well, good for him, I guess.
You must think, like, he thought it was calculated, then he did it, and he was standing waiting for that Uber, and he was just like, man, what am I going to do now? So he just started posting on Instagram.
The other great thing was seeing all of the Seinfeld clips.
Yes.
From the episode where George quits his job. And there's, like, 3 different ones. It's, like, when they're first talking about it, and Jerry's like, what if I just go back? Pretend like the whole thing didn't happen.
Yeah, you're an
And there's a
emotional
clip where he
guy.
does go back. It's like, you take that seriously? That's just my sense of humor.
The
But yeah,
best part about that
it's
clip.
literally straight out of Seinfeld.
The best part about that clip, because I can see Antonio Brown saying the same line. George goes to his coworkers, "Don't I joke around all the time?" And the coworker's like, he's like, "I wouldn't say all the time."
Yeah. Tom Brady's like, all right, Antonio.
Yeah, like I wouldn't go all the time.
To see Bruce Arians too being like, that's why I'm a winner.
I'm a winner, and
you're a loser.
Bruce Arians definitely has said that multiple times in his life.
Yes. Yeah.
So let's talk about the actual game for a second. The Jets openly tanked. That had to have been.
I didn't pay attention to that game really.
So it's 4th and 2, like 4th and a long 2, and they line up to go for it. They're like, all right, like they're on the 7-yard line. They're up 24-20, right? That's how they, 24-21. So if they kick a field goal, they have to score a touchdown to win, whatever. And they go for it. But you know what play they call on 4th and long 2? They play a QB sneak. So I was like, I watched that and I went, they just openly tanked.
Yeah.
And then some people were like, oh, it's a good call anyways. Like Tom Brady has to go 93 yards. I was like, yeah, he's got to go 93 yards against the Jets. He's done that a million times in his life.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what he did? He went 93 yards and passed a touchdown to some no-name receiver because Antonio Brown was off gremlin mode.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like, yeah, when you're the Jets, and especially at that point in the season, you might as well go for it. Why not?
Oh, no, if I'm a Jets fan, I'm
with
pissed.
The play call.
Yeah, no, and if I didn't have an issue with any of it. Like, if I'm the Jets, you want to lose that game anyways. I don't like it doesn't even matter. But if I'm a Jets fan or someone that was there or I don't know, bet the Jets or something, I don't know, I'd be pissed.
True.
I would be pissed.
Yeah, that's fair. Is Zach Wilson not terrible?
I was about to say I wanted to say it last time we had a pod, but I still I was so strong about him going to be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he doesn't look terrible.
They also haven't had a game that I've watched.
That's also true.
Like, almost at all.
Yeah, I haven't really
Have
watched
they even been on primetime?
Did they?
It had to have been once.
Right? Everyone has to.
It was when they played the Colts. And it was at White.
Oh, yeah.
So I haven't watched a Zach Wilson game yet.
No, I've watched him play the Patriots, and that shouldn't even count. Like, I'd feel bad.
Right. Yeah, that's...
But...
Going off that, yes, he does still suck.
But, I don't know. And it's funny, because the Jets kind of have some nice young pieces. Got Michael Carter, the two Michael Carters that are decent. That Braxton Berrios, it seems like they like a lot.
Yeah, apparently. He's a Belichick guy.
He was a former Pat.
He's the guy, the one that got away.
He is.
From Belichick.
He got cut after his first year. He did nothing on the Pats. It's funny they're saying because he's gonna be a free agent this year. They're like, oh, he could come back. Like,
bring him back.
Apparently there was some punt returner from Nebraska that Belichick gonna love. I feel bad. Like, my team is known for just having the white receivers. Like, any white guy, it's like, ooh, Belichick's gonna love him. It's like, all right, let's settle down a little bit.
That's gotta be racist, right?
Yeah, right. Just a little bit. All right, what other picks we got? Let me pull them up. Actually, you had the Titans minus.
I had Titans -3 against the Dolphins.
I can't believe I bet the Dolphins earlier.
The Dolphins have had such a weird season.
Yeah, because they looked horrific this game.
But like they I think are a carbon copy of the Atlanta Falcons.
The same
where they won. Every game they won was against a terrible team, except for week 1 against the Pats.
Yeah.
And I guess the Ravens.
Yeah.
They have what? They have 8 wins, and 6 of them are against literally like
bottom tier teams
picking in the top 5 of the NFL draft.
And they face the
Saints. And
now
they show up and they play the Titans,
and they get stomped.
Right? Yeah.
No, and it makes sense.
I don't know. It's like not surprising, but it's just really strange. I guess it's how their schedule was constructed, where they just had that string of games. and it like convinced people that they might actually be a decent team. But no, they're the Falcons.
The Titans, I mean, they're the 1 seed. They're gonna end up being the 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
I just still, and they're gonna get Henry back, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe when they get Henry back, they'll look. And Foreman has been playing well too. I don't know. I just
A
don't.
hero.
If I'm a Titans fan, I'm nervous for Tannehill.
Oh yeah.
Like,
But
100,000%.
like you've always been nervous with Tannehill. That's not like
That's true. But
the change. Like you were nervous about him when they went 9-7.
I know, but like, I think he's like really trash. Like, I'm not scared of him whatsoever.
I'm scared of him if Henry's on the field.
Well, yeah, that's all that matters. Because he'll just play, and that's the other thing is he doesn't really turn the ball over. So it's like he plays efficiently, and he won't lose you the game. But
yeah, if he doesn't have to do too much, and they can hang in there on defense, like they could be dangerous.
No,
It's just so weird talking about them the way we talk about them and the 1 seed. We're like, I don't know, like maybe they can make a run. It's like, well, they're going to be the top team in the AFC.
And it's like I still don't like their defense.
No, I don't either.
And they're going to be they're going to have the one and only bye in the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be that was nuts.
Yeah.
All right, and then what other?
That'd be the worst number 1 seed that we've seen.
I was gonna say
in a long time, right?
In a while. Yeah, I was gonna say
at least based on the eye test.
based off the good old eye test. The Seahawks decided to show up when I needed them the least to show up. I need the Lions.
That's how the Lions get you.
I know. I can't believe I chose them. I was like, because you know why? They were 7-0 against the spread for like, they were like, I saw on Instagram, they're like one of the best teams against the spread. So I was like, you know what? I don't think either of us picked the Lions like at all this year. And I hate the Seahawks. So like let's cover 7 and playoff. And no, they were terrible. They got 50 bombed.
Yeah, that was tough. Was that Russ's last home game in Seattle?
I would like, for Russ's sake, I would hope so. I think he's got to get out of there because now it's like people are having the conversation like, is he the one that's bad? And it's like, yeah, like, but
which
like
we've had, I think
we've had the discussion. We've had the discussion that maybe he's bad, and I don't know. I think if he wants to, he needs to redo his image. He needs to get out of there, get somewhere. But there's a chance, like maybe he's just bad. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting older. And
He's getting older.
I don't know. I always thought he's a little overrated. This year, he's been way worse than he has been in the past.
And, you know, he got a thumb injury. He's got, I don't know.
Yeah.
But where does he go? Would you take, like, I don't know. You're not going to trade for 2 first-round picks for him, right?
No. What was the leak? It said New York, New Orleans, and there was one other place, I forget, that he, like, wants to go. Or said he wants to go.
I don't know.
I could see New Orleans.
New Orleans sounds good. I think that, because, like, I don't know. Yeah, they'd have to trade some pieces for him, but they've had enough of just, like, crappy quarterbacks over and over again. So, take Russ. And I feel bad for everyone who had Alvin Kamara in their fantasy championship this week because Taysom Hill just completely robbed them of everything. As he always does.
Classic. That's what saved me in fantasy.
That's what it's all about. Oh, really? Oh, yes. Yeah, it did.
Yeah, because I was playing against Kamara, and he put up, like, 6 points. Like,
the one that you lost.
Did you know?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Lions.
Did you know that Tim Boyle was starting?
To be honest, I didn't. I thought it was Goff.
Okay.
I probably would have thought about it a little bit more if it was Tim. Good old Tim. I kind of like Jared Goff. Like,
I know. I kind of like him now, too.
I think they should kind of, like, to draft a defensive player. Maybe some weapons for him. I mean, you have him. Think about it. You have him for 2 years anyways. You got an extra first-round pick to take him. You might as well give him. You might as well give him for one more. Give him one more shot, right?
Yes. Give him another shot with a decent.
Yeah, with a decent action. Like,
maybe decent team,
like this roster. This roster, they came in the year like, let's just shred this roster and like
Mhm.
everyone who's playing is gonna get murdered out there. So why don't they just like have a decent roster and see what he can do? Because he really didn't
Yeah,
look
I guess so.
too terrible. And if you have a first
Maybe it's
round,
because our expectations were so low, though.
that is true. Well, he gets traded from the Rams, and all of a sudden he's like one of the he pretend like he didn't take him to a Super Bowl. Like I get it, it was
Mhm.
part of the scheme. They had that Gurley year, but like he brought him to the playoffs every year that
Mhm.
McVay was there at least, and he didn't look terribly off. Like when they gave him the extension, it's not like we were like, oh, like what are you doing? He's one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. Like
Right, yeah. It's like, I don't know if he's worth that much.
yeah, but the Lions, I mean, they already have him on the books. They might as well try to keep him
Yeah,
around for
I
a little
guess
bit.
so.
All right, the one that you did lose this week, Colts Raiders. This was an exciting game, actually. I'm rooting for
That was
the Raiders. I want them to
surprising.
make the playoffs.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, they're the Chargers, so
Say again? Oh
it's
yeah,
like
they have the
a game
Chargers.
the Chargers do not win ever.
Yeah, that sounds like a
So,
a choke fest from the Chargers.
but
The
yeah, it is like an incredible season that they've had. Like
Yeah, they've been through
we
the
said they were dead halfway through the year, and then they just kind of hung around, and now they're winning games that they have to win.
no, and they've been through the ringer. Like their coach got fired. Their star wide receiver, I think, killed somebody. Right? Jesus, that was terrible. The speeding. Ugh.
They just had another guy get arrested. Too.
They just got another Nate Hobbs just got arrested for DUI. I mean, this team's a shit show, but I kind of want to see him make it. I think they deserve it. They keep winning these games, and to be fair, that Renfro. Did you see the long touchdown that got called back? The one where his knee goes down. I get it, like they touched him and then his knee went down, but that's a load of bull. No one touched him. Like they touched him and then what? His knee fell down, so they're like, all right, he's down. And I guess that's the rules, but
Rule. It also ended up benefiting them because
no,
then
it
the Colts
did
would have
because
gotten the ball back.
yes, it did end up benefiting them. But I think he should have earned that touchdown. But
Yeah.
it's funny because every year, Derek Carr is in the Kirk Cousins conversation every single year. Because every year we end up going, I don't know if he's good or not.
Well, somebody on Twitter was saying like maybe if Derek Carr's available, like Washington should take a chance on him, and I was like, yeah, no, yeah, I don't know.
It's
I
like
don't know.
it's like
Do
I
I
don't
want
know.
him or do I not?
No, but I think there's quarterbacks like him and Kirk Cousins, and I'm sure I could think of a couple others, but just give me a second. Golf, yeah, that you sign up for, and you just sign up for mediocrity. I think.
Yeah.
Like you just sign up for a wild card appearance. If you
Yeah.
want a wild card appearance,
Well,
sign them.
That's what bothers me about the people that defend Carr. They're like, well, look at his numbers, and like he's not that bad. I'm like he's bad, but if he was an actual good quarterback, they would make the playoffs and win.
Oh, I'll think of another. I just thought of another one.
Oh.
Matthew Stafford. How about that? Makes you just.
I don't know. I know you hate Stafford, but
He almost cost me my. We'll talk about them later because we still have one more game to go. But yes, I'm rooting for the Raiders. I don't know, especially with the passing of John Madden. Rest in peace. I think they deserve to make it now. And screw the Chargers. They don't deserve anything. All right, my last pick. I bet on Davis. It was looking so good. It was looking so good, and then it all came crashing down. When Trey Lance got announced to start, I was like, oh, even better. Like, give me. I was like, That's why at first I texted you a different pick. I was like,
the one pick that would have hit.
It would have hit. I know, of course it would have. But I texted you. What pick was it? I think it was the Bears.
The Bears.
And I was like, because my new strategy for wise picks is just always go against the Giants now. Because we'll get to them later. They're actually an NFL travesty. But we'll talk about this game. Davis, he comes in. At first, I was like, I don't know. And then I saw that Trey Lance was playing, and I was like, oh, this is the Davis Mills revenge game. Like, they didn't draft him. Like, you gotta get him. And
they didn't draft him third.
Yes. Davis
Instead,
wanted to
went
be
to round 3.
Yeah, he wanted to be third overall, bro. I believed, and the Texans let me down.
Yeah.
Davis did all right.
I mean, you can't really be that hurt about that.
No, I know.
Anytime you pick the Texans, you're signing up to just you have a 50% chance basically of them just getting completely torched.
That's true. That is 100% true.
So at least they made it interesting.
I gotta say, like, we were joking around about this when I was like, I actually think Davis is like they should stick with Davis.
I think they will.
Like, why not? He's been all right. He's been decent, and
And
he's got
if there was like a generational guy at the top, they wouldn't. But there's
yeah,
not.
exactly. Then that's the other thing with Goff. It's like there's no clear number one, so just stick with what you have right now. And I don't know. I'm sure someone will slip.
I hope that all the teams decide to do that.
You guys get the pick of the litter.
And Ron has
the pick of the litter.
Ron has his first selection.
Yeah, handpicked for the football team or the Admirals soon to be. I think that's a terrible name, the Admirals. Ugh. All right,
all the names have a stink to them.
Oh, they all do. All right, let's talk about the Matthew Stafford and why I hate this guy.
I don't get it. What's the hate?
Because he's overrated, man. He's so overrated. Everyone thought like, and including me and you, we were like, Matthew Stafford, like they have to win the Super Bowl now. It's like, and clearly he's not that much better than Goff. He's better.
I just put a bet on them to go to the Super Bowl, so.
Well, no, I mean, I still think they will. I think once they figure it out, but why are they having these problems? Like, why are they having problems? But I don't know. It's working out. It's working out a little bit, and they won the division, I think, right? Or they're going to.
Yes.
And maybe it's just the Ravens that bother me because they are just like the Michael Myers team.
That's probably what it is.
They just like stick around for no reason. It's like you have no business being here. you have a G League defense and a quarterback who's a backup that I guess he looked all right. I don't know. He just looks like mini Lamar. But I can't stand this Ravens team. I thought they were going to win that game. Like, I truly did. I was like, they're going to drive down and score.
I was thinking about taking them this week. Not to win, but for
the
one
cover.
Of the picks to cover.
Well, and maybe that's why. Because I looked at that and I was like, the Rams should stomp these guys, man. If Matthew Stafford's really as good as he says, they should stomp him. But he didn't. So that's what pissed me off.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I think he's good. Like I don't.
No, like I don't think he's. I'm not saying he's terrible.
Perennial Pro Bowler.
I just don't like. I think when people are saying like, oh, like he just wasted all those years in Detroit. Like I'm sure some of it was. Did. But he didn't win the games. Like he's a quarterback. He should be winning those games. They gave him Calvin Johnson. Like I don't know.
I guess.
But he now has the.
I mean, he took him to the playoffs once.
Oh, congrats. Congrats.
But I guess like this is now coming back onto me because of what I said about Derek Carr. So
yeah, this is like 10 years of this shit. Like that's what I'm saying. There is a featured length of him not taking to the playoffs. But I guess he'll end up being the quarterback for Calvin Johnson and the guy who breaks Calvin Johnson's record. So I guess it's really not all that bad for Matt Stafford. All right. Are we talking about...
I just don't know why you hate him so much.
I mean, I guess I don't hate him. I really don't. Directed. I texted you twice yesterday that I hate him. But because I thought...
And only because... before.
Because I was in the fantasy playoffs and he kept throwing interceptions. That's why.
All makes sense now.
Yeah, it's fantasy.
All makes
like
sense
right. I was in the fantasy playoffs and he kept throwing interceptions.
You would have led with that. That would have saved us 2 minutes of discussion.
That's fair. That is fair. Yes. It's all based on fantasy. Okay. Other games that happened. I could have sworn, like, why couldn't the Josh Allen play like he did against the Atlanta Falcons against the Patriots? Like, what did they do so differently? He was terrible. Josh Allen sucked. And against the Patriots, this is from 2 weeks ago. This is built up. From 2 weeks ago, he was freaking Superman. He put on the cape and destroyed us. He freaking put his nuts in our mouth, and now he's sitting here. And he pooped up against the Falcons, and they couldn't take advantage of it. They didn't score. Did you see? You might have not even been watching because this game was terrible. But on Red Zone, Matt Ryan runs in for a touchdown, and he says something to a defender, and they call a taunting penalty on him, and they take the penalty off the board. I felt so bad for them. They were already gonna lose. I just felt so bad, because then all of a sudden it was like the penalty happens, and it's probably like 4th and 25, but it's 4th and goal, so they're just screwed. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible.
God bless Atlanta. How are they 7-9?
My buddy texted me yesterday and goes, "Man, Atlanta finally eliminated from the playoffs." I went, "What? How is that possible?" That they were 7-9.
On Sunday, I was thinking back to like some of the predictions that we made before the season, and I even tried to find my document where I typed them all up. I remember saying that like Atlanta was going to be one of the worst 2 teams in the league.
Yes,
and here we are, and I still think they're that bad.
I still think they're shitty.
They've won 7 games.
No, I don't understand either. Like their weapons suck, their defense sucks. And yet, did you know that they didn't win a home game until last week from like 2 years? Man, they're like I still think they're truly terrible, but I guess there's also like remember we were saying that I said someone else was going to be like one of the worst teams in the league, and we were like, oh, but the Jets and like the Texans and the Lions and stuff. And then we ended up
the Lions I was wrong about.
Yes,
I
thought
the over on the Lions wins, which is like 5.
Oh, was it 5? I was gonna say it could be. Oh wait, no, they have 2 wins. Never mind. I forgot about the tie.
No, it's not. It's not.
I forgot about the tie. Also, why wasn't Kellen Mond playing this Sunday Night Football game? Were they just like did the coach like hate him? Did you see his press conference where he was like?
I mean, I guess to a degree, like you don't want his first start to be.
That's true.
At Lambeau.
In the 1-degree weather, yeah, that's fair.
When you're playing against the 12-2 Packers.
Well, there you go. You answered my question. Good job. Thanks.
What did the coach say? No, I didn't see that.
They were like, "Do you think we're going to see Kellen Mond next week?" The reporter said that, and he goes, "Nah, I don't think so." And then they were like, "What? Like, do you like?" What? And he goes, "Oh, I see him every day." Like, what? I could tell.
That sounds like a guy who's on his way out. That's what it sounds.
Oh,
like.
He's definitely out. There's no way. What's the coach's name? I totally forget.
Zimmer?
Yeah, there's no way they bring back Zimmer. Do you think they bring back Kirk though? The Vikings?
I mean, he's not a free agent, right?
Well, do you think they trade him or cut him? I think there's a way they can cut him because someone was talking about this, so there must be some way they can cut him.
You think he comes back to Washington if they cut him?
If he comes back, he becomes the first Washington team name quarterback again.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty terrible.
That'd be a great story.
No, that'd be terrible. You do not want Kirk Cousins.
I would take Kirk. I want to draft somebody, but I would take Kirk.
A veteran presence.
Yeah.
Kirk. What sucks is like I'm looking at like these records and like I'm gearing up for the playoffs next week. I'm ready.
Fun.
I'm not ready for this stupid week 18. I saw NFL Instagram, they posted season finale. It's like, yeah, because it's just been way too long. like we've already had all these pointless games. Now there's,
right.
I'm looking right now. That's a pointless game. I'm pretty sure that's a pointless game. Pointless game.
Well, I mean, that happens every year, week 17.
Yeah, but week 17 already happened. That's the thing. Now week 17's already happened. Now we gotta have 2 week 17s that no one cares about?
But 2 of them are on a Saturday.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the Chiefs-Broncos. That
also doesn't make any sense to me.
That's stupid. And I guess
Cowboys.
That might mean something, but they're both in the playoffs.
That's not.
Doesn't mean anything?
Maybe for seeding.
They should just have the Chargers-Raiders just... That's the only game. It's the only one that matters. Besides, they should just, like, tell the other guys, like, just take a week off. Like, it's all right. Starts training camp early. Like, get ready.
Right.
All right,
Did you see the scenario, though, with the Colts?
Yes, that they can both
lose to the Jags.
Yes, if the Colts lose to the Jags, they could tie. I think they should. If the Colts lose to the Jags...
That would be awesome.
They should kneel. Like, on Sunday night and just be like, screw national television. What do you think they'd do?
Right, yeah.
Like, Sunday Night Football...
Oh, I think people would watch it and, like, be excited about it.
Be excited about the kneeling?
For a little bit. like they'd tune in at least and be like, "Is this actually happening?" And then like not watch the whole game, but like I would watch just to see if like on the last play, just like Justin Herbert throw it,
Oh, I
like
would.
to try to score.
I'd kneel it every play, and then the last play, I'd be like, "Screw you guys!" Like,
Yeah, right.
bomb it
The
deep.
prisoner's dilemma.
That'd be so funny. I don't know. We gotta talk about the most horrific football team I think to ever watch the face of the earth, and it's somehow not in Washington. It's the New York Giants.
All right, that was I'm calling for. It won 6 games. It's not like they're that bad.
All right. Well, it's yeah, but it's the name. The name. That's the only thing. All right. Anyways, the New York Giants.
Woof.
Whoa.
What do you even say?
Everyone
Glenn
listening.
was 4 for 11.
Everyone listening. Everyone in the world had more passing yards than the New York Giants did as a football team. You see that? They had -11 passing yards to end the game. And that's like including like the sack numbers. But if you don't include the sack numbers, Andy Dalton had 24 yards. So it's 24 yards.
I mean, the 4 for 11 is almost more disturbing. 4 for 11 with 2 picks.
That's pretty awful. What do you like?
I mean,
and did you see did you see the coach? They were like, did you see Joe Johnson, him at the press conference afterwards?
now what do you say?
He goes, "Oh, like we got a strong culture. Like I got people, free agents that left last year calling me, wishing me that we can be back in the Giants. And I have people in my office that are upcoming free agents who are begging to get re-signed." I was like, all right, just like stop the cap. Like we don't need to lie to us. And that just like sounds like a guy who just does not know how to do his job whatsoever.
When I saw the report that said the Giants are planning to bring back Joe Judge and Daniel Jones, I just
Oh yeah, why would you not be excited?
I love it.
And I gotta say, like I think they have a decent defense, not a good one, just a decent one.
They have pieces.
Yeah, they have pieces of a decent defense, and
they also have pieces of a decent offense. So
I know.
Galladay, Tony, Barkley, even their backup running back Booker is good. And Ingram is still like.
I know he's supposed to be good. Kenny Galladay,
overrated, but
Kyle Rudolph,
good player.
I don't know. And then even when they had, like, you could say, oh, they had Mike Glennon. It's like, I don't know. There has to be someone in the world.
They look good with Daniel Jones.
No, they didn't. And there has to be someone in the world. How could there be someone worse to start at your quarterback next week? And I bet you they're going to start Glennon. I know, but you this is what I don't understand. You see in the NBA now, with all these G League guys coming in, which I want to talk about later, that like, hey, some of these guys are really good. Like they just haven't gotten their shot yet. If I'm an NFL team, if I'm the New York Giants NFL team, I am literally finding anyone on the streets that could possibly play quarterback for this team and just seeing if they work. Yeah. Like, see if the guy works.
Well, yeah, I mean, even what was the guy that started for us?
Joe Johnson. Ago? Oh, Joe Johnson was on the
Ravens. No, not Josh Johnson.
Oh, Gilbert.
Gilbert, yeah.
Yeah, like call Gilbert
atrocious.
Up, right?
Like Gilbert's definitely better than Glennon.
There's so
Josh
many.
Johnson is like he's always available to get you a game or two.
I know, and you're starting Mike Glennon again
for like 6 weeks now.
That's what I call a wasted opportunity. Each week they should have just been trying out other guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Tyler Huntley.
Yeah,
and quarterback is way more difficult than other. Is it like you saying basketball, just pulling up a guy from the G League?
Oh yeah, because
learn the whole system and all that. So it is a lot different.
But Mike Glennon sucks ass. Like you know he's terrible. And I don't know, like they should have. I think like unless you have like a backup that like is gonna be like you have like a rookie backup that you want to try out or something. I would just be in the mindset of like give these guys 2-week contracts.
Yeah. Well, and it'd be one thing if you were like in a playoff spot when your quarterback went down and you're just trying to hang in there.
No, they're not. Like they were already out.
All.
I don't know. That's a and I don't feel bad for him whatsoever. Screw the Giants.
I don't
Um,
I love it actually.
yeah, this is a good week for you. The Cowboys lost. I mean,
Yeah.
at least you know they're not going to win in the playoffs. They might be better than
That's,
you in the regular season, but they're not going to win anything in the playoffs.
and I have come to peace with that.
That's okay. It's funny. I feel like they're another team. It's like, why don't you guys just run the football more? It's like you have Zeke.
Right.
They never
And
want
Tony
to run the
Pollard.
football. Yeah, they have two good running backs, and they don't want to run them at all.
Just look at the lumbering idiot at head coach.
Yeah, he's a.
Why do they do any? Why do they do any of the things that they do?
I don't know.
That's why.
They are bumbling idiots. I don't know. You gotta like think. I don't know. Is it on that? Like I don't know. Like there's some of these scenarios. It's like, is it on the quarterback? Is it on the team at all? Like, I think Dak's good, but he can't win anything. Like they haven't won. They beat the New England by 2, and what? They beat the Chargers like in like week 2. Is that?
Yes.
Is that their best wins? Yeah, I think that's their only good wins.
So.
And yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm not worried about them.
Yeah, that's poopy. I don't even know what you say about them, but they're not gonna win in the playoffs. All right. While we're sitting here at week 17, who would you pick for the Super Bowl? If you got to pick someone now.
The Rams.
Yeah, I think
the Packers. I can't trust the Packers. It's like the same thing every year where they lose at home in the championship game.
I know. They locked up the 1 seed, and they should be like scared. They should be scared that they locked up the 1 seed. They're like, great, now we get to host the NFC Championship again.
Yep. I think the Bucs are too banged up, but it's hard to count out Brady. Dallas, we just talked about. That basically takes care of the NFC.
Yeah, because the Cardinals are like, okay, cool, good for the Cardinals for quote unquote proving us wrong, but I still have zero faith in the Cardinals, and we'll take them unless they face someone like terrible in the playoffs. I'm gonna take whoever's against them because
might get Dallas again.
Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that one. But especially if they're at home. I mean, I guess one thing is Murray owns Jerry's World, so
he does own Jerry's World.
Oh wait, I was gonna move on, but we forgot about the best game of the week, maybe of the year.
It wasn't the Bears Giants?
No, it was the Cleveland Browns at the Pittsburgh Steelers. One last ride for Roethlisberger. I mean, what a horrendous game by both teams. And you're paused for a second, so if I'm not responding to what you're saying, that's why. Well, you're frozen, I mean, not paused. I think we lost Chris. He got too excited for the Ben Roethlisberger farewell tour. SMH. All right, well, while we're waiting on Chris, I'll talk about the Ben Roethlisberger farewell game. Now it's just me. Well, hello, and welcome to my solo podcast. And Chris is back. Chris, you're in the dark. What's up? What happened? Hello?
Right.
Oh, hold up
Wait,
1
I'm
second.
in the dark right now?
No, you're good now. Your screen is frozen, but I can hear you. Sorry for the people alive. We're having some technical difficulties.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Hello?
Hello. Oh, your video's working better now, but I think you're good.
I don't know what's going on. My light just flickered.
Oh no, are you losing power?
Can you hear me?
I can, but it's coming in and out.
I don't know what's going on. You heard me say this, but my light flickered twice and got interrupted.
I can hear like every other sentence. I heard you say that your light just came off, and then you stopped after that. Are you on the hotspot, or are you on your
Yes, I'm on the hot spot.
All right, I think we're good now.
Should I just type my responses in the chat,
No. You're good. You're good. You're good.
the YouTube chat?
No. No. This is. I think we're good.
Right. I will plug my computer in.
All right.
Yeah, best game of the year.
The year. That's how far you're going. Best game of the year. The just like the quarterback play was just electric in this game. I mean, absolutely electric. I think Baker started like 1 for 11 or 1 for like I know at least
He completed a 20-yard pass on his first play, and then I don't think he completed the pass until like
it seemed like the third quarter. You cut out again, so I couldn't hear you. But anyways, Ben Roethlisberger, and he was just throwing dump offs the whole time. His passer per play was 2 yards a catch, or completion at least.
I don't know how they could have thrown that many passes and he still have like that few yards. He had thrown like 40 passes for 100 yards.
46 passes
at one point.
123.
How is that possible?
I have no idea. One touchdown, 1 pick. That is just if
they took a couple shots like right at the beginning and then it didn't work and then I guess they were like, all right, well he's just not going to throw past the sticks now.
what a farewell game. It's like, all right, for your farewell game, we're just gonna make you throw 2-yard dump offs every time, single time.
Worked.
It did. They won the game, and you had. I mean, if we can get you talking for more than 2 seconds without cutting off, you said at the end of I stopped watching. I thought that game was horrendous. I had to turn it off. And you said at the end of the game it was like a Ben parade.
Oh, quite literally, it was a parade. He walked around the stadium and was giving high fives. I thought that he was walking off and like he was, giving some high fives as he was going into the tunnel, and then he just kept walking.
Really?
It was like, and he never took his helmet off either.
Oh, well, he's a football player.
It's really strange.
He's a football guy.
Like, they interviewed him with his helmet on, and then he walked around the stadium with his helmet on. And it was just such an odd scene. Like, they'd pan the camera out, and it's all of these reporters, like, surrounding Ben. There he is. He's got his hands in his pockets and his helmet on and his head down like this, just walking around.
That's so weird. He's
like soaking it all in.
Soaking it all in.
But it was, it's kind of hard to watch.
Sure it was.
Honest.
It sounds like a senile old man just walking around, like, lost.
That's exactly what it was.
He's lost.
I was like, where is he going? He would just, like, turn around and start walking back the other way. It was very interesting. I've never seen anything like it.
I saw it on the sidelines where he's like, oh, Ben's soaking it all in. And then, of course, Baker threw him a pick so he could get back in the game. Baker's a team player. He knows what it means to Ben to kneel that one last time.
And then Mike Tomlin tried to call a timeout with 2 seconds left.
Had to get Ben out there one last time.
I didn't understand.
I think they should have bombed it deep one last time with Ben.
They should have, yeah. It's his little noodle arm.
See how far he can
underthrowing Deontay Johnson by 10 yards.
See how far he could throw it. So Baker's done, right? Like, they're not giving him the extension.
Right? I don't think I've ever seen a player perform worse in their contract year.
Yeah, that was such a terrible contract year for the guy. And I mean, I don't know what you do if you break her. Poor Biggs. He really.
What do you do if you're the Browns though? Because they haven't had a quarterback in 30 years.
I know, and this was the guy. This was the guy. You finally got him.
But like, as bad as he is, he's still the best quarterback they've had.
I know. Has he done his 5th-year option already?
I'm not sure.
I'll look it up. 5th-year option. Yeah, they did. Through 2022. Okay,
so next year is his.
Yeah, they picked up his 5th-year option, but I don't know when this article's out. Yeah, April. So
it said through 2022.
I know. Okay, so it sounds, but it's 22. Is that now, or is that till next year?
No, that'll be through next year.
All right. Well then, I guess they have him for one more year, but there's no way you send him that extension. And you got it. Like you got to
No.
start drafting somebody, right? Like this is a playoff team, and
Yes.
oh, man, that's brutal. That's
Or go get Russ or Aaron Rodgers.
or Deshaun Watson.
Go get Rodgers right now. That's what they should do.
It's funny, Deshaun Watson. It's like he's an afterthought now. It's like people have just forgotten that he's still available. He could be on the Browns. He could be on the football team.
Mm-hmm.
I think
He could be on the Browns.
it's funny. He could go to the he should go to the Steelers. Back up Ben. The legacy continues.
That's why I saw that on.
Man, I can't believe Ben paraded around the stadium. And it's funny.
Really?
I
You
saw.
can't?
No, I guess I can.
It actually
And-
didn't surprise me at all.
I'm glad he went out when he did. Like he went out as I guess. I mean, he's not a competent. He wouldn't be a competent quarterback, but he went out as like right before he can know. And I hate the people who are like, oh, I think he can still play. Like I saw Cowherd say something like, oh, he left something in the tank. I was like, really, Cowherd? You think he left
That
something
is
in the
about
tank?
as close to emptying the tank as it gets.
Yeah,
I
that
think.
tank is running low. He's on empty.
Yeah, it's like the episode of Seinfeld when Kramer goes to the car dealership and they're driving the car trying to see how far they can get it.
Oh yeah,
Needle
before...
down to empty.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Literally, that's pretty terrible. All right, you ready to move on from football?
What else we got?
We got so I have a take with all this new G League players coming in, with all these teams and they're all balling out, like getting looks. I think it's time that they can do an NBA expansion. I think there's enough talent where, like the Minnesota Timberwolves, this might just be the Celtics are terrible, but the Minnesota Timberwolves, their G League team, like these were all G League players, all of their starters were out. They somehow beat the Celtics. So that should be a sign, like, I mean, hey, all right, whatever. But that should be a sign that there's enough talent for two more teams, I think.
I don't think it's an issue of talent though. Like expansion is based on
it's money.
there's markets ready.
Yeah, money, markets,
That
stuff
kinda
like
stuff.
that. But I think it's a good sign, like if they wanted to do an expansion, hey,
Right. It
This
wouldn't
is-
just be like two
bum
scrub teams
yeah,
for like
there
5
could
years.
be- yeah, they could actually have some real talent. And I don't know. I've
Right.
really liked. I know it's at a tragedy because the NBA is getting ripped with COVID, but I like how these teams are. I like how these teams are getting all these G League players and getting more opportunities. I think it's
Mhm.
cool. You know, old vets are
Yeah.
coming back. Random no-name players that were drafted in like the second round are coming out, and I think it's fun. So I'd like to see some expansion teams, see some people come back. That'd be fun. And
Yeah. I mean, Seattle.
yeah, we definitely need
Seattle
Seattle.
needs it.
Like that's a must. And it snowed. So it snowed yesterday. I was supposed to go to the Wizards game. I never made it.
Oh, you didn't end up going.
No.
That was a good game too.
It was a great. I was pissed. Bradley dropped 35 and Kuzmania dropped 36.
Just had a huge game.
I think
They've been in a bad spot though.
they have been. They have been a little rough.
They've not been playing well.
It's funny though. I think Kuzma's one of your best players. Like he's definitely. I think he's your second best player. Because Bradley Beal and Kyle Kuzma.
He's up there.
And I've bought no,
Which
but
isn't really a good thing.
no. I think it's a great thing. He's finally away from LeBron.
Not.
And I think
For him, it is.
well, yeah. But I guess it's not a good time.
For
It's your second-
us.
yeah, I guess that's a much better point.
Yeah.
And I don't know. His name's been out of the media. It's like I don't know. Kuzma's back.
Yeah, he's now only in the media when he's like doing something cool.
Yeah. So like I like it. Kuzma's back.
Yeah.
Because now he doesn't look like an idiot on the Lakers that like dyes his hair
Right.
and plays terrible.
Well, he did wear a Thneed to one of the
The
games.
Sneed was amazing. The Sneed was absolutely amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's all I really got to say about the NBA. I'm excited to dive into it though. Once NFL's over, but it's just
Mhm.
too much right now. I can't focus all my energy in the NFL and also focus on the NBA. But
Yeah, it's tough.
I'm excited for NBA season once it eventually comes around, which is not right now, even though it's the middle of the regular season. All right. Is there any last thoughts you want to get before we talk about the 2022 Wise Guys? Which I guess
No, I got nothing.
All right.
Maryland actually in-strike bowl champs.
Oh, Duke
An
Mayo
absolute
Bowl
slaughter
champs.
of Tech. So
The 50 burger on Virginia Tech must have felt
50
nice.
burger, only
That must have
50
felt
burger
nice.
bowl season.
That must have felt nice.
Oh, it did feel nice.
No, that was cool. It was cool that you got to go too.
Yeah, bowl games are fun.
No, bowl games are great. The Duke Mayo Bowl was amazing. Electric.
I saw the Mayo drop.
Oh, the Mayo that looked disgusting. That looked absolutely horrific.
Gross.
Coach Beamer said that he had to like change out all of his clothes, and like even after he showered, like he still like smelled mayo. Ugh, that must have been so gross.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty. But it's all good fun.
I gotta say, I don't know what your coach says, because you don't know what like Beamer says, but he says all the right stuff. Beamer, he gets me pumped. Yeah, I'm ready for a national championship in the next couple years.
Boy.
I am pumped.
You ready to get hurt?
Oh, I'm so ready to get hurt. I'm ready to get devastated. But he just says all the right stuff, and now all these senior players that played well for us last year are like, I'm back, like unfinished business. I'm like,
Oh, he's good.
I'm ready to get hurt again. And
that's our team is like that too, where they're just so young right now that they have like almost everyone coming back.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It could be dangerous.
And then
could be dangerous next year.
I don't know. The Tua Heisman, or not Tua, Talia, sorry. The Tagovailoa.
Yeah.
Heisman reign is coming. He's coming for that Heisman. And so is
Yep.
Rattler. I'm pumped. I am pumped. So we're excited for after the bowl game, I saw a tweet. It was like, is it September yet? And I was like, yeah, like, is it?
Yep, I'm already ready for next season.
I'm so ready for September.
Basketball season shot right now, so I'm ready for next season.
I gotta admit, I have a lot of qualms with college football, which if we're all talking about college football right now, like, of course, like this specific bowl season where the playoffs, it shows that the playoffs should not be extended because
right.
it should not happen. But that being said, I love the point of bowl seasons is amazing. The fact that so many teams can just end their year with, oh, we're gonna be so good next year. It's like unheard of. It's like half the league comes out and they're like, oh, like we're pumped. It's September yet. It's so nice. It's refreshing.
I hate about the people that complain about the bowl games. It's like, how does it affect you in any way?
Oh,
like, just don't watch the bowl games that you don't care about. Why do you care? Like, why are you rooting for them to cancel these games?
Yeah, that's stupid. I don't like. I understand why the NFL prospects drop out of bowl season because like their stock can only go down unless they're late round, but their stock can only go down if they're already a first rounder, and they could also get hurt and financially and stuff like that. But I don't know. I would want to do it if I was going in. I'd have to play that bowl game. But I'm excited for next September, and I'm glad that both of our college footballs are on the up and coming.
Exciting.
Are you scared about the Big Ten just got embarrassed?
Yeah, no, it sucks.
Yeah, that's all right. It's funny when people are like, oh, like the SEC, like let's go. It's like, actually, like I go to South Carolina. I don't go to the SEC. Like screw the SEC teams. I want the other teams to win. But
you're just not a real member of the greatest conference in the world, I guess.
Clearly. God's greatest gift, the SEC. Jesus. But anyways, the national championship looks like it's Georgia, Alabama again, and is what it is. Same thing it is every other year, but whatever. Time to talk about schedule change for this semester and this year, I guess. For right now, it is Wise Wednesdays at 7:30. That's right. We have a time now. No need to be worrying about when we start. 7:30. See us live on Wednesdays. And then Fridays, 4:30. See us live.
Nice little happy hour podcast on Fridays.
Yeah, and it's you gotta realize, we're two college kids. That's why our schedules work that way. But it's perfect. It is a nice little happy hour. You can sit down after your classes or your work or whatever you listen, and listen to us live 4:30. So enjoy it, and I'm excited. Hopefully, new graphics for this upcoming year. That comes with new merch, hopefully. So that would be nice. That would be nice. But everyone, thanks for listening. Happy New Year, and we'll see everyone Friday.